Some of the things that you might not realize when you purchase an old home versus a new home is how efficient all of the updates are, or not. In this case, the windows in this house are extremely old. They are the original windows. These are the original windows from 1994. That's the year my house was built. So you can imagine they are not weather sealed or weatherproof like the newer windows are. So the one thing that I probably should have thought about was air and drafts seeping through the windows. So now when I purchased the house literally in the middle of last winter, right? But when I came here, it was nice, warm, and cozy. They cranked the heat all up, but you're not sitting in here at night. You're not here all day. So there's a big difference between just walking through a house and it's being nice and warm than actually living in the house and feeling all the drafts. Baby, my upstairs is nice and warm and cozy, but down here it's more open. My last house prior to this, I was always cold because I had a 2-story, living room. It was really hard to heat. I'm anemic, but I do not like high bills. The bills have been sky high already, and I'm not buying new windows because I don't even know if I'm gonna be here forever, because when I get married, probably gonna want another house. Long story short, I priced out new windows when I first got here. There was like some promos and stuff, and people wanted to do a promo with me, and even with that, half off, it was like $50,000, $60,000 for all brand new windows. We're not doing that. So with that being said, I'm gonna make do with what I have and make it work. So I had to figure out a way to weatherproof these windows. So I'm gonna take down all of these blinds. I love these blinds. These are the roller shades, the motorized blinds. So what I found in all of my searching, I'm pretty sure some of you have done this before, using like the insulated plastic for your windows. It doesn't look like anything is on it if you do it right. So I went and picked up the window insulation shrink kit. All you need is this, a scissor, and a blow dryer, and I'm going to show you. It comes with everything you need. There are different packages for different sizing, so make sure you check the sizing of your windows. Now the pack that I got says it should fit 10 indoor standard size windows. These are bigger, so of course, hoping, I can make sure it works. You can get this from like Home Depot, Lowe's, Walmart, Target, but I got mine off of Amazon to get it shipped literally the next day, because all the other stores you do have to place the order online. So it's gonna take a few days. So I'm gonna use this. I have to remove all of the blinds, and I'm gonna get these windows insulated. That's gonna help keep the air out, keep the draft out, and it's gonna be more efficient for the utility bills, because we're trying to lower the bills, and my heater won't have to work so hard with trying to keep the temperature in. So this is going to be like a protective barrier to keep all the draft out. So without further ado, let's go ahead, and today we're insulating the windows. I know you guys can see a little bit of the Christmas decor in the background once I'm completely finished, because I'm moving real slow this year. Normally I would have my inside and my outside done. I'm not even doing anything outside because my bushes are a hot mess. But and I just moved here, and I threw out some of my outdoor decorations, so all I have is a lot of lights, and it's just been really cold. I'm worried about the inside this year. So I'm almost done with my ceiling. Can't wait. Got like one small little section and over there, and then I will show you guys the holiday house tour once I have done everything. But in the meantime, let me go ahead and get this room nice, warm, and cozy, and everything that I use will be linked down below in the description box. Let's get started. Now, after I put the plastic over the windows, I am gonna hang some curtains. Finally, these curved rods. I should have taken this up. Let me take this up, so that way it's easier to maneuver. Oops. Yeah, I need to draw them all the way up. Okay, let me get the remote. You can work these blinds all together or separate. And I'm going to work it separate. I'm going to draw up the other one as well. Over there. My living room is a little junky right now, but don't worry, we're going to get it all together. So I'm drawing these up. I'm going to take these down, and I'm going to start with these 2 windows. Y'all see all these leaves? Oh my God, so embarrassing. Don't look at these leaves. I have not cleaned my leaves yet. It's crazy, because my rake at my old house, it broke, and then my blower stopped charging, so I have to get another blower. All right, so this has the, I forgot what it's called. I can't even think of nothing right now. It's plugged in, so that way it'll charge automatically. So I just need to unplug it. The solar power thing. That way I don't have to charge it. I'm just gonna do this for right now. I gotta get down off the ladder. It's right here. Pull that out. I'm just gonna sit this to the side. So the first thing you wanna do is clean off the windows where the plastic is gonna go. And I'm kinda worried about where I'm gonna put this plastic because these are like old windows. So I know I can put it on the side of here, and I'm guessing I can put it up here. It should go up here, but this is gonna be hard because my windows are like really old, as I said before. So I'm just wiping everything. I can't let it interfere with the shades. So that's the only thing. But it should be a tight seal. So you wanna let this dry. Let this dry. And then, yeah, let's just wipe the window down while we're here. They need to be cleaned on the outside. But I'm not going outside now. That'll be done in the springtime. Okay, now that this side is up, I'm gonna go ahead and unplug. Same thing. Take out the solar panel, unplug that. It's in here really tight. So let's see if I can do it without the ladder. Ugh. Just need a little height. They click in place. I wonder if I don't have to take this down because this one is kind of in tight. Let me see, I'm gonna wipe the window down. I'm gonna start with the one over there, and then I'm gonna see if I can do this without taking that down. Then I'll do my last two windows, but I won't show you those. I'll only show these two windows for today's video. So you get double-sided adhesive tape. That's gonna allow you to stick the plastic to the window, and then you get your plastic. So you do need to make sure you measure your windows. These windows, I measured it already. It measures 74, 73, 74 inches. I forgot the width. But either way, let's see how far this stretches. And like I said, there's different measurements for the packs. So just make sure you get one that fits your windows or how many ever windows you're going to need. This is 5 by 35 feet each. So 2 films. And you just cut it down to size. Okay, look at that. So hopefully this is wide enough. I'm just gonna make sure it's wide enough first. Let's see. Yeah, stretch it out. Okay, so it's literally just wide enough for the inside. So that's where I'm gonna tape this. Perfect, 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 perfect. So now all I need to do is get it to the right length. So I'm just taping this all the way down because I wanna make sure I get it. So I'm just taping it all the way down. And I'm gonna cut. I can feel the draft at the bottom, and now I'm gonna line the bottom. You wanna make sure you're covering all that draft. Just make sure you have all the edges of your windowsill completely covered. And now I'm gonna cut. Now I'm gonna come back up to the top. I'm gonna leave out a little small section just so I can get this back up to where the blind is, so that way I can make sure I plug that in. But for the majority, everything will be covered. All right, and for the top, So now I'm going to reveal just the top. So I'm just going to take off the adhesive on the outside. Just going to peel that back. So I pull off that. Okay. Okay. Now I'm going to take this off. Pull off that tape right there. So now that I have the top fully exposed and one side exposed, I'm going to go ahead and place the plastic up nice and secure to the top, making sure it's nice and straight and even. Okay, now I'm going to stick this to the side, nice and straight. All the way down. Some people cut before. I'm just cutting after. Okay. And I'm gonna go. Ooh, for whatever the reason, I'm not reaching all the way. I had reached earlier. Oh, I think it is. I think it is. Okay, let's see. Okay, it's just a little small. Taking off this side of the adhesive over here. And gonna make sure this is up. And I'm going to stretch this all the way to make sure this reaches all the way. Okay, and I got it. And all I'm doing is just taping this down onto that adhesive double-sided tape. And it was literally the perfect fit. Okay, so now I'm just gonna trim the bottom and I'm gonna show you how you can get this nice and smooth because you use the blow dryer to get it nice and smooth. I know it looks a little tacky right now. Oops. Okay, so I gotta cut it so that way it's straight. So let me cut it. Like I said, you can cut yours first beforehand, tape in the bottom. I think it's easier to cut it once it's taped, but you can do it however you want. Okay, that'll be for the next window. Practice definitely makes perfect, but we're not trying to look at the window. We're trying to stay warm. Okay, so let's use the blow dryer to see how well it gets smoothed out. You want to keep this moving so that way you don't burn the plastic. I definitely don't have it tight enough in certain places. I definitely got to do the next one better. And I know either way it's going to be better than what it was. It's going to be better than what it was. I'm just going to take some of the extra tape and to secure it because of all of my curves and stuff. So I just went and got the extra tape. Now this one isn't double-sided. This one is just strictly to seal in the window. Now you can use this by itself. This right here is really thick tape and it's specifically for weatherproofing, okay? And you can put this along the seals. So I'm just gonna use this in some areas to hold the plastic in and for those extra seals. extra seals of protection so air can't get through. Like right on here. This doesn't peel off any paint. It allows you to be able to take it right off without harming any of your walls or anything. Now, I know some people, whenever I see people doing this, I always see other people in the comments saying, how will you open up your windows? I'm not one to open up my windows in the wintertime. Like, I'm not. If I need to clear out or I'm using the air, I won't be taping off my patio door. So I have a really big patio door. So I'll have that. But I don't really ever open up my windows in the wintertime. So that won't bother me. All right, I'm going to leave it because it's going to be underneath the blinds. I'm going to put the blind back. So let's go ahead and put this back. And then I'll do my next window. And I'm also going to show you guys how I cover my fireplace because I bought a nice magnetic blanket cover. So I'm going to show you how I insulate that because a lot of, cold draft comes through as well. I probably might only use the fireplace like Christmas Eve or Christmas Day, something like that. Other than that, I probably won't be turning the fireplace on. Let me let you see what the plastic looks like up close. So that's what it looks like up close. Can you really tell that there's plastic on the windows? And even if you can, it's all right. You can mainly really only tell like on the sides. Okay. Ooh. Don't rip the plastic. Oh, don't hit the beam. Okay, so these just click right into place. These are the SmartWings. There we go. Just like that. And now I'm gonna connect it back. Plug that right in there. All right, moment of truth. Make sure I did it right so I can do the other one. Okay, there we go. Perfect. So now my blinds function perfectly. The plastic is behind it to keep the air out. You can easily remove it for the spring and summertime, or you can keep it on so that way, your place stays insulated and cool as well. It's completely up to you. I probably would remove it for the spring and the summer because I do like to open my windows in the spring and the summertime sometimes, but these windows, I don't know. But still be able to let light in. I'm gonna hang these curtains. I have some nice curved rods, so I'm gonna hang these. So once I'm finished with the plastic, then I'll put up my curtains. Okay, gonna do the same thing over here, but this time I'm going to separate it because I'll use the bigger tape for like the sections, the middle sections. So I'm going to just do it in the sections. I'm just placing this literally along the bottom. I'm gonna leave out that edge because I'm gonna use the bigger tape. If anyone asks, I'm wearing a Fenty onesie. I love this thing, it's so warm and cozy. My sisters bought it for me for Christmas like 2 years ago. We all have matching ones. I wanted the red one, but of course it was like all sold out. Red is my favorite color. Alrighty. Okay, did all of that. Now it's time for the plastic again. Normally I keep my thermostat like on 75, 76 when it's really cold. So hopefully with this I can keep my thermostat on like 75, I know some people are like, girl, that is so hot. I'm a girl, I'm anemic. We like to be warm and cozy. I hate getting up in the middle of the night to use the bathroom and it's cold coming from underneath the covers. Like, where they do that at? So I'm glad upstairs is nice and warm. It's mainly down here. Got the garage door, different elements that makes it even colder. The patio door. So, yeah. And then once I put the curtains up too, that'll help with the air. So like right now I can feel air from underneath the cracks of the window. So this is definitely going to help a lot. Hopefully you don't have to do this if you have new windows. But brand new windows on an old house for not sure if I'm going to stay here. Does not make sense. Spending $50,000, $60,000, $70,000 worth of windows. Like, not at all. Being a homeowner is a lot of responsibility. Even though this is my second time around, it seems like there's way more things to do this time because I had a smaller house in New York. So being a single mom, I'm always trying to find different ways to be more effective and efficient to save on some coins, especially with the way this economy is going. So whenever I find out something that's going to help me, a little life hack, best believe I'm going to share it with you all as well. So I do hope you all appreciate all the little nuggets that I share with you on my channel. Time to blow dry. I'm not really concerned too much with the lines in the plastic because it's going to be behind. Just want to make sure I have this taped and secure over here. I'm going to plug this back in up top. Tuck that behind, and I'm good to go. I really do wish the blinds that I had chose were a lighter color. When I ordered them, I thought they looked lighter. So hopefully it'll be okay once I bring in the lighter curtains. Love, love, love. This is my first time ever doing this. So this is a way to insulate your windows to keep all of the cold air out and keep the warm air in. I'll do the other two tomorrow. Next, I'm gonna go ahead and hang my curtains, and then I'm gonna end with insulating the fireplace. Next, I ordered these rods off of Amazon, but they're curved rods, so that way the curtains can go all the way around the sides. So I bought a 2-pack. They had brown, but I just went ahead and got black because it was cheaper. They were on sale for Black Friday. I have to get 2 more for the sides over there for the windows. But for right now, I want to go ahead and add the 2 biggest windows. And as you can see, hopefully you can see that. I'll show it to you up closer once it's on the wall. But the end of the bracket are curved, so that way the curtains will go all the way to the side. And it's tucked on the inside. So that I love. I gotta see how high my thing is gonna be. I was a little disappointed when I opened the package and I saw that each piece had to be snapped in place. It is a expandable one piece. You can retract it back and forth, but for the most part, every section had to be pieced together. So that made it just a little bit not as sturdy as one straight rod, which I'm used to, which was thicker. I like really big, thick, heavy rods because they just look better. So I'm not sure if I'm going to keep it, but I wanted to see how it would look. And I wanted to see how many pieces I would need. They come with 6 pieces, so I only use 5. Okay, these are my curtains. I went and bought them, got them off of Amazon. They come in different colors. I love these curtains. I had them in my other house. So I'm hoping that they match okay with the blinds. So as you see, it's like a light, nice little cream at the top, and at the bottom it's like a taupe, sand brownish color. This is what the package looks like. Got them off of Amazon. So not really cheap, but you can catch them on sale here and there. So floor to ceiling curtains. I just have to see where I'm gonna start. All right, let's do this. Let's do this. Now y'all let me know if y'all hang your curtains a different way. Normally I would just put the rod up here, but I just want to make sure that it's not touching the floor and I'm at like a nice height. Then once I get this mark, I'll measure it. So I only have 4 panels before in my old house, but I had to go back and buy 4 additional panels because I had 2 extra windows for this family room. So yeah, each panel I believe on Amazon was like 20 something each. So it gets costly. So buying this and buying rods, that's why I went with the cheaper rod system. But I might have to switch back to my bigger, thick rods because I'm not sure. But you guys let me know what you think down in the comments below. And this was really aggravating to put up because it was in sections. And I was like, how am I going to put the curtains up there, you know, keeping it sturdy? Yeah, it was a whole big thing that I had to figure out. But nonetheless, I got it done. And I'll show you what the final results look like. So here are the curtains hung. I'm not sure if I like this rod. It's really thin. I really don't like it. It's different from all the other rods I've ever had. I tried it because, you know, it has the curved side on the ends. But I don't know if I really like it. But let me know what you think. I just hate to put up the other two because I have two more. You know, these are a lot of panels. So I'll steam them and everything later on. But I'm trying to figure out if I like the rods. Love the curtains, but I still wish the blinds were lighter. It would just really pop better if it was lighter. Not really liking all the space right there. Gotta figure something out. But, you know, it is what it is. Now I'm gonna show you how I'm gonna insulate my fireplace. You know, I really want it to stay exposed, but when it's just me here, when I'm trying to keep it nice and, you know, warm, especially when it gets really, really cold, I'm gonna show you what you can do. I was trying to slide in. Okay, so already I'm feeling like a little small draft. I'm gonna remove all of this out the way temporarily. I am not one to burn an electric fireplace or gas fireplace all winter long. Now, my very first house that I owned in New York, I had a wood burning fireplace. I only love wood burning fireplaces. First of all, I love the sound of the crackling fireplace, and you don't have to worry about a bill. So ever since I moved down here, I've never had a wood burning fireplace. Always been electric or gas. So I came across this magnetic blanket cover. You know, of course, you need to measure your fireplace. I'm hoping that it's a perfect fit. I do believe it's a little bit too wide, but I covered some of the fireplace with the stone. So let's see. It has like these magnetic little clips or balls on the side. Let's see if we can get it. Oh yeah, I feel like all this air. See how that just like, I'm trying to see. Okay, so it clips right there, but I want it to go up. Let's see if we can get it to go up further. You hear that clipping? So it's not, it's only like certain areas that are magnetized. It's like sticking. Oh, look at that. That's like perfect. So now it's a little bit too long only because where the magnetic parts are. Why isn't that part magnetic? You would think that it would be perfect if that part up there was magnetic, but it's not. That's weird. Yeah, it's only like right here, but this is where the air is coming out of, like a lot. So let's cover that. But now I have to figure something out for the bottom. It's a little bit too long. It would have been perfect had. Oh, okay, so there's magnetics on the side too. Perfect. So that works. That works. Okay. So it's just gonna be hanging a little. Oh well, that's fine. So I'm gonna leave it just like that, and maybe I'll get something like to hold it back in place. I can already feel that the air is gone. The air stopped. So once I put this here, oop, my little fire fell out. Put that back, and put this back here, right on top of it. Yeah. And now whenever I want to use it, or when I have guests, or whatever the case is, or whenever it's not too cold, I'll take it off, because I wouldn't keep it up here like if I'm having, you know, family gathering or something like that, because I want my fireplace to show. But in the meantime, this is a great way to keep the air out. But now, for the most part, the air is concealed back there. This is going to help keep the draft out and help keep the heat in. And if you're interested in this, the link is down below in the description box. That's it for today's video. Just wanted to show you how I'm making this living room nice and cozy for the winter season. I have a little bit more decorating to do. I'll show you guys the entryway. I have a nice bigger tree than this one out there. And then once I finish the ceiling, once I finish putting up the curtains and stuff, I'm gonna put something on the walls, spruce up the walls. Now the ceiling, I'm not too sure when I'm gonna do finish it. I'm gonna, of course, finish the slats. But I do have to finish off like the borders. I am gonna put like some trim pieces in between each beam. I probably won't do that yet because, you know, crown molding and all that stuff is expensive. So I do have to put like crown molding and then in between each beam. So that might not be yet, but I will show you the finished slot project because this was a long project. I have a few more pieces left and over in the corner over there. And then I have to cut out the top pieces for right here because they're a little bit thinner. So I'm almost done. I'm just tired. I'm working on my laundry room, so that will be coming up next. Installing my upper cabinets, working on that tomorrow. Yeah, and in between I'm doing all my other work, my regular work. So continue to stay with me on this journey. I know it's been a long time coming. I had no idea I would still be doing small projects now, but I have lots more to do. I haven't even touched my bedroom. Like, haven't even touched my bedroom other than painting it. So there's so much more to come. Hope you guys are not tired and bored just yet, but it'll be worth it once I'm finished. Then I'll decide if I'm staying here or if I am selling. In the meantime, I will see you guys in the next video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Happy holidays, and I'll see you guys next time.